Hi, this is Travis from Tenno Farms, and I'm out here on the new piece of property I'm in the process of buying down here in Tennessee. This is the main entrance. As you'll see here, it's nice and flat right here coming in. The road goes back there into the woods. I really need a four-wheel drive vehicle because the Challenger is not good at off-roading. But yeah, this is my main entrance off the road, off my frontage, and a road's going to get built back through here that goes almost all the way up to the cabin, so that way I can get to the cabin without crossing somebody else's property once this deal closes. Let's go ahead and start walking back in here and just take a look at things. There's another entryway further west on the road. It's a smaller entry with a gate. There's an old well off of it that looks like it's been abandoned. But it's kind of interesting. If I get down there, while I still have some camera time left, I'll do some footage of that too. But there's a lot of good sites on this property. They're just nice and flat. You could put some type of a structure, a barn, a house, sheds, whatever. Like right back in here, another nice flat area here. I don't know if any of the timber guys will be back here or not. I don't really hear anything. They're not quite done taking the last loads out. But they're also supposed to finish opening the road up for me once they're done. What I had done on my property and was already done on this property is called select harvesting. That's where they cut timber above a certain size, which is different from clear cutting. So as you can see, there's plenty of woods left here, which is what you want. You don't want anything clear cut. Otherwise it looks like you're on another planet and your soil erodes. What we had them do on this contract was only took trees larger than 18 inches in diameter. And it was hardwood trees. I had a lot of white oak down here, which is valuable timber. And then those trees that are smaller than 18 but still a good size will continue to grow. And then I'll be able to harvest it again in 10 or 15 years with those and just kind of continue the process, have a healthy forest. The last time I was down here, there was a tornado that actually went through the area and some of my big trees came down from it. That was part of my decision to go ahead and harvest. So I really don't like cutting trees, but beyond the fact it's good money, it helps keep your forest clean. Just to sometimes clear out some and then let new grow. But I was concerned about the storms knocking more of them down and losing value in that then. There's a nice big one there. Now, as you can see, this first part of the road's pretty good. When I get further back in there, it's not good at all. So they're gonna have to bring the bulldozer through here and flatten it back out. So that way I'll be able to use it. I kind of like looking at the different plants back here to see what I've got. I think I saw some sumac a minute ago. I've yet to try it yet because I don't have any sumac in Ohio, but down here in Tennessee there's a good bit on the properties. Supposedly you can make a drink out of the berries that tastes a little bit like lemonade. That kind of looks like a path right there. I don't know where that one goes. But I'm going to spend all day out here just kind of exploring as much as I can and learn as much about this property as I can before I close on the purchase. That looks like a sumac right there. I like how they turn red in the fall. They're one of the first trees to turn. This one doesn't seem to have any berries on it. I've seen some others with the berries. Got an oak there. It looks like a white oak. Not 100% sure, but the rounded leaves generally mean a white oak. Red oaks have pointier leaves. Got a lot of sweet gum down here. They get pretty colors in the fall. The leaves look a little bit like a maple, but you can kind of tell the difference just by the way the points go on them. There's the sumac with some berries there. Let me go back in here. I've got 100% DEET bug spray on, but even with that, the bugs are still kind of bad here. See if I can zoom in here and so you can see those berries. Yeah, you can see them a little bit. So those are what you can supposedly make the drink out of. It tastes like lemonade. I'm really gonna have to try that sometime. Of course, I about tripped over something there. That's one bad thing about carrying the camera around. You're not 100% paying attention to where you're walking. We're also going to take, not this stuff particularly because it's brush, but some of what's taken off of these cut down trees, we're going to be cutting up for firewood. We're going to start trying to sell some of that firewood because there's going to be a lot of it down here. White oak is really good firewood. That one just got pushed right over, probably by the bulldozer. Coming up here is another nice flat spot. Oh, that's an interesting tree. I don't know if that's a sassafras or a poplar. I know there is sassafras down here. You can do some kind of crunch up the leaves and tell because they make a smell that's kind of like root beer. In fact, the real recipe for root beer is made from sassafras root. Yeah, that smells good. I think that is a sassafras. So you could actually dig this up and get the oil from the roots and make real root beer. They don't use it in root beer anymore. From what I've read, it was banned as an ingredient because in high quantities it can be bad for your health, but in the amount that you would put in root beer, probably not going to hurt you. It's just one of those things. I saw a little bit of poison ivy back there while I was there too. I always try and stay out of that. I'm really allergic to poison ivy. But yeah, I really want to try and make homemade root beer sometime. I watched a video on YouTube about how to do that not too long ago. It was actually kind of involved distilling the saffron oil from the sassafras root. But other than that, once you get that part down, it's not too bad. So we got a split in the road here. I think that one probably goes back to the southwest side of my property, which is where a lot of my biggest timber was. And then this one goes more into the southeast side of my property. This looks like it's newer than the other one. Now this one's been taken down a long time ago, but you can see kind of the size of the trees that were taken down. Pretty good size there. These ruts are going to need filled in. But here's a nice open flat area here. This would be another great place to put a structure, or even a pond, depending on the elevation here. If you put water at a high spot on your property, you can actually use that to pipe it all over the place. You just have to pick one of the highest places. There's a log there. I'm probably going to spend the whole day out here just looking at everything, learn as much about this property as I can. Nice little valley down there. I'm being swarmed with bugs right now, even with 100% DEET on. I may be sweating it off though. It's pretty hot down here in Tennessee, even though it's fall now. It's about 85 degrees today, a little bit humid. Look at the size of those root balls on those trees that got pushed over. There's another split off in the road here. Got so many different places I need to check out. And that breaks off that way. A lot of paths out here. I'd say as long as this road doesn't get traveled too awfully much, it won't get nearly as bad as the one back to the cabin with those huge ruts in it. I think a lot more vehicles use that one, where this one's just my property once it closes, so I won't have people crossing through here. That looks kind of neat down there. Here's a really big, nice, clear area. I think this was their staging area for the timber. See, this would be a great location for a structure. You could put a really nice sized barn here, or even a house. Clear out some of the trees on the south side so that way you could put solar panels in. You see all these logs here. These look relatively old to me. I don't know how long they've been here. But they don't look fresh cut to me, but I don't really know what I'm looking at. I think they did start on this property before mine though, so these could have been here for quite a while actually. One thing about wood chips is they make great mulch. They turn to soil too. So this will probably be a fairly decent area after this is all, these logs are moved and these wood chips start to break down. This looks like a nice little area over here. Got some shade. All right, so that's about it for now. I just wanted to show you this. I'm going to keep exploring the property. If I see anything else really cool, I will bring the camera back up and do a video on it. Thanks for watching.